with CBI.
You ain't back on shit. He's a kid. Man, D-Mac is a fucking killer.
Get me Egan's every move. I've done everything you asked.
Not everything. Tell me what you got out of Stacy Marks.
I'm getting back on my bad bitch shit. I want a regime change.
I'm gonna handle Rashawn, and I'm gonna make you king.
Tommy's a fucking psychopath. I have one more card to play.
What's up, ugly ass niggas? This your boy J Miles, and I'm back with another video. You know what to do. If you're new, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, leave a like, comment, let me know what you're thinking, but most importantly, make sure you share it with your ugly ass friends. On today's video, we'll be dealing with Power Book 4 Force, and this is the episode 4 recap. Yeah, ugly ass niggas, I'm getting it out a little late today, but oh well, ugly ass niggas. But anyway, so you know, for those of y'all that be rocking me, you know this is not like your typical recap. And for the new ones, you welcome, because this is the ugly ass nigga TV recap. And we gonna do it how we do it. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and get into it. Now to start things off, we start out right where they left off from episode 3. D-Mac was with Diamond and Jenard, and of course D-Mac completed the task that they didn't expect him to do, with robbing the 9/7s and leaving Diamond no choice but to bless him back into CBI. Of course, Tommy overheard that part and pretty much pressed him pretty hard on what the hell was that, while telling D-Mac to get his little glass up out of here so that he can have a talk with Diamond. You know, it's kind of crazy because this nigga Tommy do be talking very reckless to Diamond, kind of. Like, I get it, that's your family and stuff like that, but at the end of the day, nigga, you still an outsider, bro. I'm just saying. Diamond actually be playing it pretty cool. Like, even there, he's like, why did you go against my orders? And he's like, hold on, we're glad, nigga. You don't order me shit, we equals. But you can just tell, you know what I'm saying, even though, you know, he saying he equals, Tommy don't see it that way. You can say, Tommy looks at it as if he is the number one. And to be real, when it comes to this type of stuff, typically there is a number one. Even if it is, you're supposed to be a 50-50 partnership, then always somebody have like a 51-49. Because when, you know, at first it was Ghost, that's what it was with him and Ghost. Ghost was ahead of him. And then now Tommy sees it and he's, because let's be real, Tommy is the one that's calling all the shots pretty much. He's coming up with all the plans to get to where he at. And Diamond does acknowledge that, but at the same time, you need to recognize, nigga, I'm still the face of CBI, nigga. So, but anyways, though, you know, Tommy checked him and was like, glad nigga, he's a kid, and Diamond like, he's an effing killer, ugly ass nigga, which is the truth. That nigga is a killer. And he came up with a pretty good goddamn story. That nigga was capping his ass. I knew he was gonna be capping, but this nigga said that capping ass shit like he believed it. He was like, I'll let him back in CBI so I can watch him. He killed King Kilo's nephew. You know what that means. His acting was the strongest here, but hey, I felt him on that. He let him know, and then of course then he let him know that what is that? The some SDs or y'all ugly ass niggas, y'all know what I'm talking about. Wanted to set up a meet. Tommy like set it up for 10 o'clock. Next, we get to your boy D-Mac. He's on FaceTime with your girl Genesis, trying to let her know, look, I got this little booty ass chain. You know what I'm saying? I'm lit. You know what I'm saying? I'm back in CBI. She's like, ugly ass nigga, they don't impress me, ugly ass nigga. How about a degree? This nigga D-Mac, like, I don't know what a degree was. If a hot ass bucket of oil, fish oil that was 100 degrees hit me in the face. Talking about a degree. But anyways, in the middle of that, somebody came knocking loud as hell. Genesis like, who is that ugly ass nigga? Like, oh, that's probably somebody from Marshall. But of course, it wasn't anyone from Marshall. It was none other than his Uncle Tommy. And he's like, look, ugly ass nigga, what's going on, man? So you killed King Kilo's nephew? You like, the Diamond put you up for that? Like, no, glad nigga, that's me. I did that for myself. So pretty much that he's Tommy still coming down. I'm like, hey, ass nigga, you just don't know what kind of trouble you putting yourself into it, lad. I bet your little ugly ass still got the gun, huh? He's like, yeah, amateur. See, you ugly as hell. You can't keep the gun, ugly ass nigga. Then he told him to basically go get the gun for him. My bad, ugly ass nigga, y'all get it. Go get the gun for him so that he can basically get rid of it and fix his problem. He was like, look, ugly ass nigga on his way out. You can steal, kill, whatever else he said. I'm never gonna change my mind about not letting your little ass in. And then decide to let him back in that episode. Come on, lad nigga, be a man of your word. Anyways, though, we get back to your boy Shan, and pretty much Stacey White was having a brief meeting with, I don't know the other lady name, but hey. And in the middle of it, he come in. Sorry, I'm late. I was finessing you behind the scenes. I mean, I was, I had to stay late for the hearing for the motion to dismiss, the charges against Ortega. And Stacey was like, okay, bad nigga. So what's the judge saying? Oh, she didn't rule. She's gonna make her ruling. I think he said the next day, but he's certain that she would be ruling in their favor. And Stacey was like, all right. And then next in the middle of that, in came Bobby DeFranco, and he is like, hey, last niggas, this can't wait. I gotta show y'all something. And basically, he was letting them know that a bunch of influencers has been ODing on fentanyl. So somebody new is bringing in fentanyl, and Stacey wants to know if this is related to Ortega, because this ODing of the fentanyl has basically been taking place since he has stepped foot in Chicago. So next we get to your boy Tommy, and he has a meet with Vic the Snitch, and Vic the Snitch brings him a bag of money from some crew. I forgot who the crew was. And he pulls the gun in and be like, hold on, Tommy, I've been doing everything you asked this lad nigga. He's like, not everything, that lad nigga. But of course the gun was empty. He just wanted to scare him. Then he gave him the gun, told him hold on to that. And this lad nigga like, what? Is it a body on here? And he's like, stop asking questions, ugly ass nigga. Tell me what you got on that little hoochie Stacey Mark. So basically, he told him that Stacey Mark, basically, he told him that, Stacey basically been still prepping up for, her campaign, and she needs a lot of money and stuff like that. And that's when he told Vic to make sure he give her a large sum of money and make sure it comes from a big, scary, ugly ass drug dealer, me. And let's see if she can resist my money. Next, we get to your boy Jenard, and Shanti is on that ass. Shanti's like, ugly ass nigga, why the hell you go through with that plan? You plan to get D-Mac off. That goes directly against the plan that we came up with. Really, it's the plan you came up with, this lad nigga. But anyways, Jenard letting her run shit. And he like, hold on, ugly ass nigga. That was Diamond that pulled the trigger on that. I just was playing shotgun, this lad nigga. Chill out. I ain't lied to you. She was like, nah, a mission is a lie, ugly shiny head ass nigga. Man, wonder ball head ass nigga. Man. Anyways, though, she was on his ass. And then he was like, look, we doing this, we gonna plan them close and stuff like that. Like, ain't that what you want? And then she was like, nah, I want a change, glad nigga. I want more change than Dr. King, glad nigga. I want more change than Obama when he was coming for his first time in office, glad nigga. And pretty much Shanti wasn't feeling him, so he knew he had to come up with something, because she was on his ass. Next, we get to your girl Stacey Mark again, and she is now pressing, because Claudia was making a pitch to Stacey saying, look, glad nigga, I got some information basically that I'm gonna basically catch Tommy on a tape admitting to being a drug dealer, and if you want it, you need to be letting me out. And Stacey was like, you ain't about to finesse me like that, glad nigga. you come up with the information, then we can talk about letting go of your sentence. But if you try to play me, but if you do try to play me, then I'm gonna personally make sure I F you up and make sure you know, Ortega knows that you've been talking to me. So basically, you know, Claudia's like, all right, you know, I'll go ahead and see what I can do, because she knew that if she tell Ortega, she cooked up in there. Next, we get to this dude, Rashawn. Rashawn was squaring up and down that he tough with his son Wayne's looking at, talking about some, yeah, you know, we out. Sons of discretions, we out with glad nigga. He was like, hold on with glad nigga. Tommy was like, hold on with glad nigga. You know, I was just like you. And Michelle was like, I don't give a damn about that glad nigga. He was like, what's the other dude that was with him? Malik or something. Somebody tell me that nigga died. He's not gonna be Malik right now until I figure out otherwise. Malik, give him his shit. We out. So basically, he handed him his stuff, but Malik kind of gave him a look, letting him know, look, hey, nigga, I'm not really with this. I just gotta follow along right now. And of course, he left a note in the bag of money, letting them know that he wants to meet at his place at 8 o'clock. So that's when Tommy was like, look, looks like Rashawn's play to be out wasn't unanimous. So that's what Diamond was like, all right, so we're glad they was on this play. And Tommy pretty much let him know he got it. Next, we get back to Shin. He is now with his wife, letting them know that he is making plays behind Chin's back. Yeah, that's right. I figured out Kung Lao's real name. I think I like him to be in Kung Lao. We're gonna keep calling him Kung Lao. Don't worry. So, and the wife was letting him know, Lao, that's dangerous there, man, nigga. You know Kung Lao don't play. He beat you before, and then he got his little nephew or his brother, whatever his name, Liu Kang. They gonna whoop your ass. But he's like, no, I got this. They won't even know what's going on. First chair, everything comes to my desk. We all know this is glad to get out of here next episode. But anyways, he think he in control right now. Next, we get to your boy Jason Booker. He is finessing and getting closer and closer to your girl Ray. He knew that Stacey Marsh needed a large contribute to her campaign. She needed a large sum of money, so basically he gave her that $1 million that Tommy was pitching, and of course that got her little puss wet. And my boy was able to get in even better with her, letting her know that he believes Stacey is the best bet for the mayor's office. Knowing he capping, he know he don't believe none of this bullshit, but that's what he did. Next, we get back to your boy Jenard, and pretty much Diamond is letting him know that look, he needs him to make a miracle happen. He needs to go and have a talk with King Kilo and let him know that it wasn't D-Mac who took out Mad Dog, that they made a mistake, and to now pitch it on Rashawn. And Jenard like, hold on, glad nigga, I don't know what kind of musician you think I am. The dark musician, the magician of dark chaos from Yu-Gi-Oh, whatever you think it's here, but nigga, that ain't gonna be no easy task. And he's like, look, I'm telling you, glad nigga, we do this, we can settle all of this. So he was like, all right, if I do this, we gonna, you gonna really owe me, glad nigga. So next we get to your boy Tommy. He meeting with Malik. I think that's his glad nigga name. Anyways, though, he's telling them, look, other SODs and stuff like that, not really feeling this going with the Ortega type situation. Most of them riding with me. So if you want to do something, we gotta do it now. And that's when Tommy was like, I appreciate that, glad nigga. I'm gonna handle Rashawn, and I'm gonna make you king. Next, we get back to your girl Claudia. Claudia is basically talking to Becky, and she's like, look, Becky, I need you to catch your boy Tommy on a wire. Becky's like, that's scary as hell. Hold on, glad nigga, I don't know if I can pull that out. What if we find it? And Claudia was so sure that she wouldn't. You know what I'm saying? If you just do it the way she tell it to. But we knew he was gonna find that shit. But next we get to your girl Shanti. She is at some kind of bike show, and she's betted on the girl Manny Fresh on the race, and of course she won. Then Manny Fresh go ahead. She made a play at it. She's like, look like nigga, I can put some money in your pocket. You know what I'm saying? Then Manny Fresh basically was liking what she was saying and stuff like that. She actually was liking something else. Just what she said so happened to be beneficial as well. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, though, in the middle of that, she was getting ready to strike a deal. Then came this Alphonse from the original Power. Look at that nigga. You can't tell me this ain't Alphonse, brother. Why Alphonse brother up in Chicago, y'all? Somebody let me know. Anyway, he was like, hey, I don't recognize you. Were you some kind of boss or something? And Shanti was like, yeah, Shanti Showtime stop it, man. Like, yeah, I really do I recognize you. You Jenard's hoochie. And he was like, oh. And he was like, then that's when the manufacturer was like, you messing with that fiending, ugly ass, robbing, stealing, ugly wet head, milk dog head ass nigga. She like, yeah, I mess with him, what's up? He's like, ugly. Man, that ugly ass nigga robbed me. Took my daddy chain. And then basically she was letting her know, you stop messing with that ugly ass nigga. We can have something going on. Next, we get to your boy Che. We finally get to see him put in a little work. He got this nigga chained up and whooping his ass with another chain. He doing that nigga worse than Kunta Kinte got done. God damn, he whooping his ass. And then of course he told the men to go ahead and kill the last nigga, throw his ass over the lake, over the ocean, wherever the hell, you know. And that's exactly what they did. And then in came Tommy and Diamond. Of course, Miguel was with them. And he basically was, Che was like, ugly ass nigga, you disobeyed me. I told you, ugly ass nigga, I wanted no war in these Chicago streets. But you did what you wanted to. And basically, Tommy was like, look, Ortega ain't the big bad wolf. He ain't the cunning fox either. This ugly ass nigga ain't all that. Word on the street is he low on product and he low on men. And basically, Che wasn't necessarily going with that until Tommy made another pitch. And he was like, look, I'll tell you what, ugly ass nigga. Go ahead and triple our product. If I cost you $1, you can put my ass up there and make me Kunta or Tom as well, and whoop my ass and throw me over there. So, of course, being the money man, the businessman that he is, Che agreed to the terms, and this also kind of didn't make Miguel happy, because Miguel like, God damn, triple like that nigga. How I'm gonna pull that out? So Che is Miguel's a little worried about that. You can tell. Che is not, I keep saying Che. Miguel is not certain that he can actually pull it off. So I think that's what Tommy is banking on, especially since he know he doesn't have his product from last time. So he's like glad his pockets might be hurting a little bit. But anyways, he made the play. Che agreed to it, and that's what's the end of that. Next we get to your boy Jenard. He comes up letting Shanti know he got her one of those big back burgers or something like that. She like it, and the fries. You know what I'm saying? You can't turn that down, Shanti. But hey, that's when Shanti was like, ugly ass nigga, I trusted you. But now, you know what I'm saying? You got my name by affiliation muddy in these streets, ugly ass nigga. He's like, I was over there getting a fool made out of myself by Manny first. And she like, did you rob her? Ugly ass nigga tried to lie. She's like, come on, ugly ass nigga. You ain't gotta lie, ugly ass nigga. You ain't gotta lie. Ain't nobody lying. I ain't robbed that hoochie for her chain. You know he lied. Anyways, though, the ugly ass nigga, she was like, look, ugly ass nigga, this ain't working. And basically, she kind of was getting to the point that she won't out. So Jenard ended up having to, try to make some plays to fix things. Next, we get to your boy Miguel. He is meeting up with Maria. Now, I'm a little curious of this. Y'all let me know. Y'all think Tommy would have been furious or will be furious when he find out that she let, Miguel up in his place? Because I'm sure he ain't going to like that. Now, we might see a first real argument between Tommy and Maria. once he finds out about that. Because I ain't gonna lie, if I'm Tommy and I know Miguel's my enemy like that, I ain't gonna want that ugly ass nigga in my house either. Anyways, he came, he gave her some flowers, and of course said he wanted to make amends. And that he wanted to invite both her and Tommy over for dinner, not at his place, but in a restaurant of her choosing. That glad nigga trying to do that to make it seem like he's not up to something. Because, you know, if he have it at his place, then it's way more likely that he could be trying to ambush him. But if it's done in a place of their choosing, they might feel a little bit more comfortable. Very interesting to see what Tommy's reaction will be to this. But, you know, Maria didn't see nothing wrong with it. And she's like, okay, that's what's up. I appreciate it. Ugly ass nigga. Next, we get to your boy Tommy and Becky. So she's like, look, what's your name again, Becky? And she's like, Elise. Like, look, we're out of coke. You know, she was making plays talking about some we out of coke. Can you, can you fix that or something like that? And of course, Tommy was like, I can make it rain coke, ugly ass nigga. I'm like the Santa Claus of cocaine. And then, of course, he could sense how shaky and nervous that she was. And Tommy was like, hey, lad, nigga, you sure you ain't been tapping into the product? You seem a little jumpy. And then she was like, no, lad, nigga. Then, of course, Tommy was like, no. You know, that she was making rookie mistakes. And he, of course, reached in her pocket and saw that she had a phone on record trying to capture him. And this girl was terrified. She was like, hold on, glad nigga. She made me do it, glad nigga. But, you know, he was like, don't worry, I ain't got time to kill your ass yet. But it seems like Tommy might have another plan for her. Or could him leaving her alive later on come back and bite him? Guess we wanted to find out. Anyways, he said, tell Claudia he said hello. Next, we get to your boy Ortega, and he is having a good time in that cell. Anyways, though, he is on the phone with his ass Miguel, and he's like, this better be important, because I am kind of busy. I wonder what guard this is. Tell you that. These guards ain't shit. Anyways, though, as you can see, he says that burning that bitch cost me a lot of effing money. So basically, Miguel's like, look, I made these accommodations for you because I have a new plate, and I'm going to have Tommy Egan at a certain location. I need you to be locked and loaded, ready to smoke this ugly ass nigga when I give you the signal. So next time I hit this phone, it's going to be sending you the address to get things done. Next, we get back to your boy Shine, and he is now back at Stacy Martin lying his ass off again, talking about how he tried his best to prevent it, but of course the judge ruled to dismiss something. You know, it basically ruled in Ortega's favor. And she's like, how the hell did that happen, this man, nigga? Didn't you argue for something? She said, made some kind of argument. I can't remember exactly what the argument was, but that man nigga was like, yeah, I did all of that and everything else I can think of. And she was like, look, hey, ass nigga, if you want to sit first chair in any other case before you better find a way to keep this damn case going. So of course this nigga ain't trying anyway. And I don't know, like I said, I asked y'all in the lab whether or not you think she catching on to him. I think she ain't that stupid. She gonna eventually find out this nigga working for them. But anyway, I could be wrong. Next, we get to your boy Jenard, and he is with your boy, what's his name? Something with a J. Johnny, Jimmy, James, whatever this nigga name is. And he's having to talk with him. You know, he just kind of popped up on him in the car like Ghost used to do. This nigga was like, hold on, nigga. Oh, what's up, Jenard? He's like, that's your whip over there? He's like, yeah, you know. He basically let him know he doing pretty good. And pretty much he got straight to the case, point, and was like, look, lady, you still got that chain? And he was like, yeah, don't go nowhere without it. He was like, let me buy it back for you. And the lady basically didn't want to let him buy it back. So that's when he was letting them know he's getting ready to go buy some product from some lady named Yo-Yo. And he was like, you still buying that bullshit from Yo-Yo? And then he pulled down some fentanyl that he got from, the D-Mac and Marshall hit that they did with the Asian cats. And of course, he was like, this that Asian shit that's been putting everybody on their back. It's crazy it's absolutely crazy how, addicts would really want something that they know is killing people, but just because they itching to know what the high feel like that could possibly kill you, it's like that they'll still take that risk. So anyways, Jimmy, John, Jenny, whatever his name, y'all glad nigga know, decided to go ahead and take it, and he did it right there, and of course he passed out immediately. And with that, he went ahead and got that chain off him, because of course he needed to return it to Manny Fresh. Next, we finally get the reveal of JP finally after all these episodes, and he was in a very brief. He just wanted to have a talk with D-Mac. It was like, look, man, nigga, I just want to let you know that if you're in some kind of trouble, I'm here for you. And D-Mac was like, I'm good. I was lying about me saying I called body and stuff like that. He was like, let Kate know that she still owes some money, even though we know that nigga actually was missing her son. And some of y'all was saying that y'all think JP might be sick up in here. He looks sick a little bit. Y'all let me know in the comments more. Do y'all think he's sick? I don't know. I can't see them letting him die from a sickness. I think he's actually going to get murdered, because that would just make way more sense in my opinion. But let me know in the comment section, what do y'all think is going on with him? But next we get back to your girl Elise, and she is petrified. She's like, Tommy, he's a fucking psychopath. This ass nigga is just crazy. He found the wire. You know how the white girls be when they be crying and they be scared. So Claudia was like, I'm sorry, I put you in this ass nigga. I'm supposed to be protecting you. I got one last card to play, and then we gonna be together. All this bullshit they were saying. But anyways, next we get back to your boy Jenard, and he is now running up on Manny Fresh. He's like, hold on with that nigga, I don't want no smoke. Basically, I just wanted to return your chain, put some money in your pocket, and let you know that that business with Shanti, that you should do it. Don't let what happened between me and you, get anything. Pretty much, Manny Fresh was very forgiving pretty quickly. Kind of, I don't know how realistic I'll say it was, given it seemed like how angry she was when Shanti, first approached her. But hey, that's the route they went. And you know what I'm saying, they were able to go ahead and get it done, and Manny was like, she'll take his girl and all that. And he was like, nah, man, nigga, I got something real over here. Next, we get to your boy Tommy and with Sean and of course Diamond. So basically they ambushed Sean was trying to talk shit until he couldn't, literally, because this nigga Tommy cut his goddamn tongue out. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, this scene was very sick to me. Like, I ain't gonna lie, it was kind of hard to watch. It's crazy. I don't know if I've seen a power scene before that was actually hard for me to watch until this one. Like, that shit looked crazy, and like seeing him do this. And you could tell, of course, Diamond also was even shooken up by this. So this might actually put a little bit more fear in Diamond to Tommy. He's like, man, this nigga is insane. Anyway, he cut the man's tongue off and then dropped this big heavy ass whatever that is on him and killed this nigga while placing the murder scene that D-Mac used to take out Mad Dog in his hand in order to stage it like he was the one who also took out Mad Dog. Now that looked up very sus if you ask me, but hey, that's what they're trying. Next, we get to your boy Jenard again, and he is down talking to Shanti. He's letting them know, hey, I fixed that problem with Manny Fresh. We in business with her. He took care of it. And, Shanti was pretty satisfied for the moment, but let's be real, more than likely she is not going to go all the way through with Jenard. She's going to just play him now. That's what I believe. And next, he received a text from Diamond saying it's time to see the king. Basically, he needs to go ahead and, head to the prison to talk with King Kilo about the situation with D-Mac. Then after that, sorry, I almost said lastly, we get back to Stacy and Claudia, and Claudia went ahead and made one last play like to be a snitch. She's like, look, hey lad nigga, I'll go ahead and, you know, give you everything I got on Tommy, but I need to be out in order to make this work because he's too smart to admit to being a drug dealer with a wire or any kind of tape. But what you can do is use me as bait. He will try to kill me and you can catch him on attempted murder. Which is, I think, is a much smarter play than trying to catch him on the wire. Because Tommy will absolutely try to kill him. We know that. Anyways, though, Stacy made a play. We're like, all right, glad nigga, we'll do that. But you also need to testify against Stacy Martin. And she was like, all right, glad nigga. I mean, I said Stacy Martin. Testify against Ortega. And that's when she went in and say, okay. And that was her, you know, card that she was talking about. She had a last card to play. She finally, you know, decided she would go ahead and snitch on Ortega. So that was what started to get Claudia out. Now we back to your boy King Kilo. King Kilo is now a little upset because, you know, first Jenard told him that D-Mac took him out. Now Jenard is telling them that it was none other than Rashawn. And he's like, Rashawn, head of the SODs. They tell him, you know, it's part of the coalition. And, you know, and pretty much Jenard told him that, you know, Mad Dog was out there wilding, and he basically robbed Rashawn for one of his bites and then took off with it or something like that. And he said that that's the reason why Rashawn wanted retaliation. He basically tortured some ugly-ass nigga, and then that nigga told him it was Rashawn, and Rashawn didn't even, you know, basically didn't even deny it. So pretty much King Kilo said he's going to need confirmation from the SODs that Rashawn was actually robbed before he take it. He actually believe him, but let's be real. We know this shit is not going to work. Next, we get back to Jenard, and he is reporting back to Diamond, letting him know that pretty much it worked temporarily. Diamond was happy to hear it, but he just pretty much said thank you. And Jenard was like, hey, nigga, how about a pitch to Che? Because, you know, that's the ultimate goal. He wants to have a meeting with Che on his Kanan talking to Tommy type shit, right? And pretty much, you know, Diamond was letting them know that he can work something out. Lastly, we get to, I keep saying lastly because this ain't the last thing. My bad, ladies. But anyway, we get to your boy Victor Snitch, and Stacy is basically letting them know that she will be releasing Claudia, and Vic is like, you don't need to do that. She's gonna always have an angle to play for herself. But of course, Stacy wasn't hearing it. Next, she also told this to Shane, and she also let him know that Claudia has agreed to testify against Ortega, which spells terrible news for him, because now I think we can almost guarantee he's gonna be up out of here next episode. He's gonna make a couple plays to try to prevent this, but we know it's not gonna work. His ass is up out of here, and it might be who was under that sheet. Next, we get back to your boy. We're going to keep calling him Malik, because like I said, I ain't figured out his name for sure yet. I might be right. I'm not sure. Anyways, though, he had his meet with Tommy and Diamond. They basically let him know that, you know, we took care of the Rashawn situation. You now number one. And they gave him an extra little bag for his loyalty. And, of course, he just wanted some confirmation that this information doesn't get out to anyone else. And, of course, they said that, you know, that his secret is safe with them. And next we get to Tommy. He's going ahead and he's letting D-Mac know that he figured out, that he fixed his situation with King Kilo, that he can go out freely now. And also, he's going to go ahead and let him back into CBI, but he must report directly under him. D-Mac was happy to hear that. And after that, we get to your girl Claudia. She is out. And, of course, a lot of people ain't happy about it. And this is going to get very, very interesting, because you know your boy Tommy is lurking, letting them know it is time to... time to deal with something with the devil. Anyways, Your boy Tommy was happy to hear it because he's absolutely going to go after her next episode. That's all I got for y'all as far as this particular video, you know, the recap. Definitely let me know what y'all thinking up in these comment sections. What did you think of the episode? What would you rate it? What are your predictions for the next one? All of that and more in the comment section. But like usual, if you're cool with me, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, leave a like, comment, let me know what you're thinking. But most importantly, make sure you share with your glad friends. Until the next video.